In this video I'll be talking about magazine album advertisements, which is one of our ancillaries which Izzy and I will be required to create in addition to our music video for our A-level to get our grade. I was looking at ones online and analysing them, and then I realised I wasn't quite sure which ones were actually official, released by the artist, art albums, adverts, and which were ones made by students in other centres, and I ended up making the awful mistake of analysing ones that people had made from other schools, and I thought although these are very nice, they might not be a proper representation of what an advert is like in a magazine. So the best thing to do is to go out and buy a music magazine and look in the music magazine. I was very disappointed with the Cube because they only had one advert in it, and I thought it would be riddled with plenty of album adverts, but only one was found on the back cover, and it's not even a very good one. But so to combat this, I went online and bought a couple of copies of NME on my iPad and looked at the adverts within the magazine, just flicked through. But again, there was only a couple in each magazine, which wasn't very good at all. I thought it would be plenty. The first one is the Bruce Springsteen album advertisement. The colours on this are absolutely awful. The colour scheme is just like it's all browns and kind of black, which is very ugly. I don't like Bruce Springsteen anyway, but his album adverts are awful. The one thing I do like about this is the picture on the front of the advert. It takes up most of it. The picture of Bruce and his guitar, because when we do make our album advert, if we do like a photo shoot with Sim, I can kind of imagine him, because he's got the guitar, imagine him kind of standing in that stance with his guitar, looking very kind of powerful and taking up most of the page, which is a good thing. So that's one thing maybe we could draw some inspiration from, but possibly not. It's got, you can download it on CD, vinyl, and download. That's quite good because not everything is available on vinyl, so letting people know who are interested in vinyls that it's available on to buy it in a vinyl form is a good thing, because it lets everyone know what's going on. As well, putting that it's the new studio album is good, because Bruce has been around for a long time and released many albums, so whether it's a re-release or actually a brand new album, he's letting his fans know and they can go and purchase it, which is a good thing. So overall it's alright, but it's not my favourite of the ones we've looked at before. The second album artwork, it's not even album art, I keep saying that. The second album advert, which I've looked at, is for a band called Dive Exit. I've never heard of them, they're in NME magazines, so they must be cool, obviously. And their new album is called Langar, a hideous name. It's actually awful, it's one of the worst ones I've ever seen, I do not like it at all. But one aspect of it that I do like is the fact that they have their tour dates on it for their two-day tour. But obviously if you release an album, you're probably going to have a tour after it to tour that album, so maybe including that on our poster would be a good idea, or advert would be a good idea, because obviously Alt J releasing their new album would probably follow that up with a tour, so that's quite a nice bit to put in it. But apart from that, I think it's obviously the album artwork that's on the front of it, I don't really like that very much, it's a bit naff, so to speak. And having it available on iTunes only, it insinuates, it says available on iTunes, which insinuates it's only available on iTunes, but I don't know if that's true or not. That might be a mistake, or it might be just letting everyone know that it's only available on iTunes. How awful. The third album that I looked at was, or album advert that I looked at, was for NME, Sounds of the Definitive 90s album. That's actually, it's okay, it's a compilation album, so it's not going to be anything too specific to any individual artist, because obviously they can't include kind of album art references or particular fonts that every single artist they're including on the album, because that'd be ridiculous. There's so many. In fact, there's over, I don't know how many, there's 3 CDs full of artists, so that'd be ridiculous to include everyone. But they have got the kind of the front of the album, or the album artwork on the front, of take up the most of the advert, which is good, obviously, and the fact that it's on sale now, letting everyone know then go and purchase it. And they've also kind of got a tagline at the bottom, which is "The decade that inspired a generation," which is quite good for a tagline, maybe quite accurate if you're going to buy that music. Quite nice having a tagline. I don't know, I think maybe coming up might sound a bit cheesy coming up with a tagline for Alt J, I'm not sure what we'd say, whereas obviously this is a compilation, so you're kind of generalising an entire 3 CD box, digipack, so I don't know, maybe we'll probably won't include anything like that. It's quite plain, quite bland. I don't think it really reflects the music that it has on it either. like Blur, Oasis, Radiohead, people like that, The Verve. I don't think it really reflects, like the colours, I don't think they reflect the music which is included on the CD. So, which is something that Izzy and I want to do. With our colour scheme and the images we put on our advert, we want to have that reflect the tone and the music of Alt J. So, this has been quite rambly and awful, so I apologise. But this is a video about album adverts.